the continuation of conversion of number bases. So we'll be looking at conversion from base 10 to other base. What we need to understand here is, first, we need to understand the number and the base that we are converting to. So divide the number by the required base. I'm dividing the number by the required base repeatedly, taking note of the remainder. Divide the number by the required base, taking note of the remainder. Yes, you have to take note of the remainder, because the remainder is very, very important to us. Now, write the result. And what is that result that we are writing? Is the remainder. After you divide by the required base, the result here is the remainder. So you are writing the remainder in reverse order. In reverse order. Don't forget, the remainder is the result that we are writing in reverse order. Click the subscribe button, drop your comments. Let's attend to your question. Now let's look at the example on this. Example. So example said convert each of the following to the given base. We want to convert each of the following to the given base. So let's look at what we are converting. 120 base 10 to a number in base 2. 120 base 10 to a number in base 2. Another one. 256 base 10 to a number in base 5. Now, don't let us forget our number, then the required base is base 2. Number, then the required base is base 5 here. Now, we are converting 120 base 10 to a number in base 2. And we are converting 256 base 10 here to a number in base 5. I can see someone saying, is it necessary only to be in base 10 here? No, it can be any base, but well, when we get to another class, we're looking at that. So we have 120 base 10 to a number in base 2, 256 base 10 to a number in base 5, All right, let's look at it. The first one, 126 there. 120 base 10 to a number in base 2. All right, our number is 120 base 10. So what we do, and the base we are going to is base 2. So we are going to divide 120 by 2, because that is the base we are going, actually, base 2. So we're going to divide 120 by 2. So I'm going to have 120 by 2. So 2 goes in 120. That will be 60. 60 remainder 0. Because the multiple of it. Yeah, 60 remainder 0. 2 goes in 120 is 60 remainder 0. Actually, 60 remainder 0. Direct. Now, because I'm going to base 2, I need to finish any number that is here lower than 2. So let's go. I'm dividing again by 2. So 2 goes in 60. That will give me 30. 30. Remainder 0. 30 remainder 0. So I pick my base again, the required base again, which is 2. The required base, which is 2. 2 goes in 30, that is 15. 15 remainder 0. 15 remainder 0. in that order. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'll be doing in that order. That's what I'll be doing in that order. Now let's see. Let's move on. So 2 goes in 120 is 60 remainder 0. Now using my base again, the required base again, which is 2. 2 goes in 60, that is 30 remainder 0. 30 remainder 0. Now I'm still using my required base. Which is what? 2. 2 goes in 30, that is 15 remainder 0. 15 remainder 0. I'm gonna have 15 remainder 0. So in that order, now what again is to use my base again to divide 15. So 2 goes in 15, that is 7 remainder 1. Yes, 7 remainder 1. I'm gonna have 7 remainder 1. 7 remainder 1. So I keep on again. So 2 goes in 7, that is 3 remainder 1. So I'm going to keep on using my 2 till I get to the last number here to be less than, so which is 0. I want 0 here till we get to 0 here. So 2 goes in 3, that is 1 remainder 1. 1 remainder 1. 2 goes in 3 is 1 remainder 1. Now 2 goes in 1, which is 0 remainder 1. Now this is interesting. So I'm having this. So 0 remainder 1. So I'm already having 0 here. So now we are going to stop. So let's stop here. I'm to write the answer in reverse order. The remainder in reverse order. So what are the remainder? The remainder is 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. These are the remainder. So the remainder are 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. So those are the remainders. So I will write this remainder in reverse order, and that will be my final answer. Write the remainder in reverse order. That will be my final answer. So 120 base 10 is actually 1 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 base 2. So I've converted 120 base 10 to a number in base 2. To a number in base 2. Let's look at the next example. 256 to a number in base 5. 256 base 10 to a number in base 5. Let's look at it. Let's look at that. So we have to convert 256 base 10 to a number in base 5. We have to convert 256 base 10 to a number in base 5. Same way. Our number is 256. The required base is 5. So it's to use this 5 to divide 256. So I will use 5 to divide 256 repeatedly. So I'm having 256, and then I'm having the required base, which is 5. Now 5 goes in 256 is 51 remainder 1. 51 remainder 1. So I'm going to have 51 remainder 1. I'll keep on using my 5. I'll use my 5 again. 5 goes in 51. That is 10 remainder what? Remainder 1. 10 remainder 1. 10 remainder 1. Feel free to click on the subscribe button. Your comments, drop it immediately. So I'm using the 5 again. 5 goes in 10. That is 2 remainder 0. That is 2 remainder 0. 2 remainder 0. I'm just taking note of my remainder. Very important. Taking note of my remainder. And I make sure that this division is correct. This division, they are all in order. They are all in order. So that's that. So let's look at what we have. So in that order, we're going to have 5 goes in 256. That is 51 remainder 1. I'm using my 5 again. So I'm going to have 10 remainder 1. Because 5 goes in 51. 10 remainder 1. So I'm using 5 again. So 5 goes in 10. That is 2 remainder 0. 2 remainder 0. So 5 goes in 2. 0 remainder 2. 0 remainder 2. So I'm already having 0 here. So I'm having 0. So it's for me to take note of my remainder. So write the remainder in reverse order. In reverse order from down upward, in reverse order. So I'm going to write the remainder in the reverse order, and that is my answer. That is 256 base 10 is actually 2001 211 base 5. It's 211 base 5. So I'm going to have 211 base 5. So 256 base 10 is actually 211 base 5. 211 base 5. Yes. Let's look at this simple drill. Look at this simple drill. Let's look at this simple drill. Now let's look at this. Convert 8,461 base 10 to a number in base 8. To a number in base 8. To a number in base 8. Convert 8,461 base 10 to a number in base 8. Feel free to do this. Convert 8,461 base 10 to a number in base 8. Very simple question. So the answer is 20,450 base 8. So 8,461